Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show how to create a service account in the Google Cloud platform. I'm going to show how to create in the console, and also I'm going to show even how to authenticate a Google Cloud service account in a Google Cloud SDK. In this video, I'm going to use the terminal, the Google Cloud SDK shell that is running in Windows 10. But it's the same steps as in the other Google Cloud SDK that you might have installed in your Ubuntu or you have installed in your Mac. First, I have login in my account. A brief description of the service account. The service account is a special type of Google Cloud account that is used by the application of the services to interact with the Google Cloud platform services. We configure and we create the service account, and we configure their permissions according to the way how we're going to use the service account. To create a new service account, we go to I am an admin, and here we select the option. By default, when you create your Google Cloud platform, there are some service accounts that they are create default, and some others I have created, like the one here recently. We go and we have the option here that is the server account, the service account, and we have two service account that they are already created, and we're gonna create a new one. We're gonna give a name, and this is gonna generate automatically an ID, and you can refresh. We give a description. It's very important to save this email address. That's going to be important information to do the authentication. After we have select next, we have to grant the service account the permissions. We check the role. We go to compute admin. If you want to add another role, you can check different other roles that you might want to attach to this service account. Here you can grant the user access to the service account. This is optional, and I will leave default. And my new service account is already created, and I open, and here has information. That's the email in case that you haven't saved. That is the email of your service account. Here are the permissions. If you want to add more permissions to this service account, even after you have created, you can attach a new access or a new permission to the service account. It is very important now to generate the key. The key is an element that's going to allow us to authenticate the service account in a G-Cloud terminal. We create a new key. It is recommended to use in JSON, and automatically the file is going to be, the private key is going to be saved in the location in your computer. And we go to the downloads where my file is already saved. Let's go here to downloads, and here is the file that I have already downloaded. It is very important to understand that the key file you have to keep safe in a place that is secure. It's because that's going to allow you to access the service account, and for security reason, you should not share with the people that they don't have permissions to use this service account. I'm gonna choose another location. I'm gonna go to location C, create a file that's gonna hold our key files, the private key files that we have already downloaded. I have created even in a notepad the steps how to go through the creating the service account and how to authenticate the service account in a gcloud command, in a gcloud SDK, and I give a name. And now that's an old file that I tried before. Let's try a new one. And let's paste it. And we give another name, credential details, just for easier way to write the name of the file. And now is ready. The service account is created. We have even the key files saved in this location. I changed for security reason in this location, but that's not the safest place. You can think where you want to save your credential files. Now we go to the gcloud SDK shell, and the first thing that I have to do is to authenticate and to activate my service account. So is a gcloud authenticate activate. That's the activation of my service account, and then is the service. We're gonna activate service account. So now this is the command, the gcloud authenticate, or it's written in a short word, and activate the service account. After we have written the command, we have to write the email address of our service account that we have already created. Let's go back, and if you haven't copy paste somewhere the your email address of your instance that you have created, you can copy from the detail information that I have already given, and you can. And after you have specified the email address of the service account that you want to authenticate and to activate in your Google Cloud SDK, now is the moment to specify the key that is the key that is generated from this service account. The key has an argument --key file, and then it is the location and the full name of the file, the path where this key actually is saved. So it's --key file, and then we have to write the full path. It is in this location in C, and the folder that I have already created. I copy, and then I write the full name and run it. As you can see, now my service account credentials are activated, and it gives the email address of my service account that is performed successfully the activation. After we have finished the activation of our service the creation and the activation of the service account in our Google Cloud SDK terminal, the next step is to configure the project that we want to work. I have already created my project, and the information that we might need is the project ID, which is this information here. So I have gcloud config sat and the project ID. So in this way, I can configure. Let's copy paste. So it's gcloud sat project. That's the command that's gonna configure our gcloud config sat project. That's gonna specify the project that we want to work, and we always choose the project ID, which is in this case is this information here, and I run it. So now we are located in the project that we want to create and to modify or to work during with this service account. To check the permissions, we can run a few commands like, let's close this. I have write some to check the permission. I'm gonna execute two commands to list the instances that they are in that project and also to list the buckets. So I'm gonna write gcloud compute instances and list. In this way, I'm gonna let's make it a little bigger. I'm gonna run a command that's gonna list all the instances that I have in this project. Actually, it gives the information that there is no instance. If you have an instance that you have in your project, it's gonna list all the instances, some basic information of the instance in your screen. This service account is created for as an instance admin. So the information that we can manage, we can create, delete, or you can view are mostly in compute engine, and this service account should not have permission to see or to interact with a service like buckets or BigQuery or other service. So let's try to run a command that's going to list our buckets that we have in our project. So we're going to run just till ls. So this is the command gsutil ls. This is the command that's going to list all the buckets that we have in our project. And as you can see, the access is denied because this service, it's not created to interact with this service. So this account is not activated to access this kind of services, and it gives information that this is the email of our service, does not have storage bucket list access in a Google Cloud project. So the permissions here are denied for these resources. If you want to change the permissions, you can go to your service. You always understand what service, when they are listed, which service it is by the email address. So it is a number 2, which is this one. And if you want, you can grant more permissions and add like bucket or BigQuery or other permissions that's going to allow you to perform different interaction with that services.